Good morning, friends. Hope you are all doing well. In the last lecture, we have studied act number 2 of the play Gashiram Kotwal in detail. I have discussed the plot of the drama into two acts completely. Today's discussion is focused on the characters in the play Gashiram Kotwal. First, we will discuss the characters and then we shall go to the discussion of the themes and the other elements of this drama. So, coming to the characters, we have five important characters in this drama. First one is, of course, the central character, that is Gashiram Kotwal. Second one is Nana Fadnavis, the minister. Third character is Lalita Gauri. Fourth character is the Sutradhar or the actor manager. And then the fifth character is Gulabi, the Lavani dancer. And then we have another important element, that is of chorus. You might have heard about this word chorus. Chorus means a group of singers who usually sing for the sing during the drama. It is a song which connects to the story. So there is a chorus in which there are 9 Brahmins making a wall, a human chain. This human wall also becomes an important character in the novel in symbolic manner. So these are the important characters in the drama Gashiram Kotwal. First, let us discuss how is the character of Gashiram Kotwal. When we look at this character, there are 5 or 4 rather striking features in this man. One is his anger. Second one, his tyrannical behavior. Third one is his thoughts of revenge. Fourth one is his lust for power. These are 4 important features in the character of Gashiram Kotwal. Let us look at this character, which is extremely interesting. And in this drama, the writer Vijay Tendulkar says, this is not a historical play, it is a non-historical song and dance tale based upon history. Such Gashirams are the products of their specific social condition. These social conditions and Gashirams exist beyond the space time frames. So it is absolutely clear that it is not just one historical character which Vijay Tendulkar is representing. There are many Gashirams around us even to this day in the political system who utilize other people for their own sake, who use their own people to gain power. So there are lots of Ghashirams, not just one Ghashiram Savaldas, but there are replicas of Gashiram Kotwal in political arena in different times. So Gashiram Kotwal, Gashiram Savaldas, is first of all seen as a servant character. We absolutely see how he rises from a low level of power to a very high level of power. In the beginning, where do we see Gashiram Kotwal? He is an assistant to the dancer, to the Lavani dancer named Gulabi. So his position in the society is not as respected as it became later. In Pune, he was a new person. He was an outsider in Pune society, so he always had this fear of being an outsider. Then, slowly, he wins the heart of Nana Fadnavis, with his skills of talking smoothly, and then he achieves power. We all know how he goes to the level of power. But before that, there are various levels at which Gashiram's mind keeps working. In the incident where he is accused of theft, in fact, he is not a thief, but he is just waiting in the queue of other Brahmins. But the other Brahmins feel that he is an outsider, so they don't look at this man with lot of respect. So this fear of being an outsider is reflected, and he is helpless in that situation when all the people around him accuse him of theft, and the police officer in those times arrests Gashiram Kotwal. At this moment, Gashiram is hurt deep within, and this hurt itself leads to the thoughts of revenge in the mind of Gashiram Kotwal. And there are beautiful dialogues, in fact, they are monologues. In the end of the act number 1, I wish to read some lines of it. Sorry, not in the end of act number 1. Yes, when he is lost in his own thoughts, when he is captivated by the police, he goes on giving this monologue, shouting at the pitch of his anger. But I will come back. I will come back to Pune. I will show my strength. It will cost you. Your good days are gone. I am a useless animal. There is no one to stop me now, to mock me, to make me bend, to cheat me. Now I am a devil. You have made me an animal. I'll be a devil inside. I'll come back like a boar and I'll stay as a devil. I'll make pigs of all of you. I'll make this Pune a kingdom of pigs. Then I will be Gashiram again, the son of Savaldas once more. So this is the determination which Gashiram Savaldas shows when he is imprisoned without any valid reason. Just because he is an outsider, he is imprisoned, and he is angry with the people of Pune who boast of their own power, their own knowledge, and he takes an oath to come back to take revenge against the people of Pune. And this revenge he takes through the influence of Nana Fadnavis later. The third important feature or characteristic feature in the personality of Gashiram Savaldas is that he is extremely thirsty for power. Whether his power is generated because of the natural need, or whether he is in need of power to take revenge, the second possibility seems more relevant here. He needs power, he needs a powerful position of Kotwali in order to show his anger, in order to take revenge against the people of Pune who have been unjust to him. But to what extent this power lust goes is extremely dangerous, because he wants the position of Kotwali, and now he also doesn't hesitate to barter, to exchange his own daughter Lalita Gauri to achieve that powerful position. And it's a deal between Nana Fadnavis and Gashiram Kotwal. So this is an example wherein we see how some people get fooled, get blinded because of their lust for power, and victimize their own near and dear ones. In fact, here Gashiram Kotwal makes his own daughter Lalita Gauri a victim just because he wants a powerful position of Kotwali. This is a very strange episode in the whole play, and we are surprised at this act of Gashiram Kotwal, how he can exchange his daughter to gain that powerful position. This is really surprising, but it also shows what a man can do if he wants power. So this is the nature of lust for power, which is seen extremely high in Gashiram Savaldas. Then another phase of Gashiram Kotwal is seen when he becomes the Kotwal or the police commissioner. He is extremely tyrant and he is very angry with the people of Pune. He doesn't even care what kind of punishment is to be given for which kind of crime. Ruthless, he is a ruthless ruler. When he becomes a police officer, a Kotwal, he becomes extremely tyrant. There are episodes I mentioned when I was discussing the act number 2. There are episodes when he gives most horrible punishments to an innocent person who has not done any crime. Just because he is in power, he is trying to show his tyrannical behavior. He is like a dictator, almost like a dictator. He is behaving extremely harsh with the people around him, asking them for permits, going and disturbing them in the night time, knocking their doors in the night time and disturbing them, asking them for permits. And one poor fellow becomes a victim to Gashiram's anger, Gashiram's tyrannical behavior. We can rather say whatever determination Gashiram had taken, whatever oath Gashiram had taken in the beginning, like I'll be a devil now, he in fact turns out to be a devil in act number 2. We see him punishing people ruthlessly, extremely in harsh ways, without even verifying whether the person or the culprit has really done the crime or not, without even bothering what amount of punishment is to be given to this kind of a person or this kind of a crime. Not at all. He does not think about that. So this phase of tyranny, the animalistic behavior, the devilish behavior of Gashiram Kotwal is shown in act number 2, and this is how the character of Gashiram Savaldas is very interesting, because it is a person's own mistake which leads him to the tragic downfall. With the grace of Nana Fadnavis, he had got the position of Kotwale. Of course, he had victimized his own daughter, but then after gaining the position, he should have maintained it properly. He should have used his power to keep a good control over the city of Pune and not to ruthlessly punish the people of Pune for no mistakes at all. So, this is a tragic flaw. The tyrannical behavior, the devilish behavior, or the thought of taking revenge against the people of Pune, this itself becomes the reason for Gashiram's downfall, and he fails utterly when we see at the end of the drama he is dragged out of the city of Pune by people, he is humiliated publicly, he is taken on the back of a camel and insulted, and then he is stone lynched at the end. This is the tragedy of a man who had come from a different region and tried to rule ruthlessly over another region. This is how he fails. This is how in the pages of history, Gashiram, although he was a very good administrator, police commissioner, he brought lots of changes in Pune. He did lots of reforms. He in fact reduced the crime rate in Pune in those days. But there is always a tragic flaw in a character. And because of these kind of behavior, Gashiram is known as a very foolish person in the history of Peshwas. That is how is the character of Gashiram Kotwal, the central character in this play. Now we will look at the next character that is equally important in the drama, that is none other than the minister Nana Fadnavis. Now Nana Fadnavis, when we look at this character, he has roughly about 6 important traits in his personality. Trait number 1, he is also evil. He is not good. He is also evil. He is cruel, number 2. Third, he is powerful, no doubt. He was one of the most important ministers and he was known for his knowledge. Then, another important character, that he is a crooked person. Fifth, he is extremely lusty. And sixth, he is a womanizer. So these are striking features or traits about Nana Fadnavis. Nana Fadnavis, though an important minister of Peshwas, became an example of how not to be a prime minister. Because, and this play is all about how people misuse their power, given powers. Okay, for example, Nana Fadnavis, and we saw the example of Kashiram Kotwal. Now it is the turn of Nana Fadnavis's analysis. Being in powerful position, he is actually responsible, but he is seen to be working or showing most irresponsible behaviors in public. Unlike just like the other Brahmins who were corrupt in those times, even Nana Fadnavis is also corrupt. He also is a hypocrite. He shows himself as a minister, but he is going to the Bhavannakhani prostitutes colony every day and spending a lot of time in pleasures. This shows that he is extremely a bad kind of administrator. An administrator should be bothered about the welfare of the state, but he is looking at the welfare of himself only, and that too only his pleasures, nothing else. The way he goes to the temple in order to attend kirtan, but he does something else there. He is lusty, he is a womanizer, and he keeps on looking at this, staring at this girl Lalita Gauri, expressing desires for her. He doesn't even think about the age difference. In fact, Lalita Gauri reminds him that for her he is of the age of her father. But Nana Fadnavis is not ready to budge. He wants the woman at any cost. And what cost is clearly mentioned in the drama later, when Ghanshiram asks for the position of Kotwali. He immediately gives him that position because Ghanshiram has done one favor to him, that is by sending Lalita Gauri to him for his own pleasures. So this sounds extremely foolish. He should act. Of course, on one hand, we can say that Ghanshiram was a good administrator as a police officer, but at the same time, Nana Fadnavis directly gives him the order immediately. He should have thought whether Ghanshiram Savaldas is worthy of that position or not. But because he did him favors, he is ready to give him whatever position he required. This shows how lust can blind a person. But in fact, it should not be so in the case of an administrator like Nana Fadnavis. But this is the tragedy. How he becomes blind with lust and forgets the welfare of his own people. Because later it becomes very clear later that even though he knows Ghanshiram is ruling tyrannically, ruthlessly over the people of Pune, he doesn't mind Ghanshiram doing all this. In fact, there are lots of people come to him and complain about Ghanshiram Kotwal, but Nana Fadnavis doesn't listen to their complaints. Or even though he listens to their complaints, he doesn't take any measure to change Ghanshiram Kotwal. In fact, Nana Fadnavis is a very crooked person. He is not a benevolent person. He gives Ghanshiram Kotwal the position of Kotwali, but he knows that he will not be a successful police officer. But it is just an exchange of pleasures for each other. In fact, when Nana Fadnavis makes Ghanshiram Kotwal the Kotwal of Pune, there is a dialogue wherein we see even there is a cunning behavior in Nana Fadnavis's action. I will read that part so that you will understand how Nana Fadnavis gave away the power of Kotwali to Ghashiram Kotwal, knowing that Ghashiram will not do well because he is an outsider. So, this xenophobia can be seen in the character of Nana Fadnavis, who has to give power to Ghashiram in certain circumstances, but he knows that it is dangerous. I will read those lines when Nana declares Ghashiram as the Kotwal of Pune. Go, Ghasha, old bastard, we made you Kotwal. Raise hell if you wish. But you don't know the ways of this Nana. So this shows how Nana Fadnavis is a cunning man. This time there are 2 bullets in this gun. With the first one, we will make the city of Pune dance. Ghasha, child, you are a foreigner. I have put you on Puna's back. Why? As a counter check to all those conspirators. You will not be able to join them. They will never trust you, even if you do. So, Nana Fadnavis knows the nature of people of Pune. He knows that they will never trust Ghashiram Kotwal because Ghashiram is an outsider, a total stranger to the city of Pune. Because you are a stranger, you are an outsider. We raised a dog at our door to the position of the Kotwali. He calls him dog indirectly. It's a monologue. We are your sole support. Oh, you are bastard, Ghasha. Your manner will be more arrogant than that of the Chitpavan Brahmins. You will manage the deference nicely. You will create a court and half. No worry about that. What will happen is that our misdeeds will be credited to your account. So this is the cunning way of Nana Fadnavis. Whatever Nana does wrong, it will be credited to the account of Kotwal. He will be questioned. We do it, our Kotwal pays for it. The opportunity comes in shape of Ghashiram, and that luscious speech is at hand to be devoured by Nana. Look at how he is extremely a vile person. On one side, he is getting Ghashiram's daughter in his own control, and on the other hand, he is making him Kotwal, but he knows the dangers of that position given to a stranger. Excellent. Yes, Ghasha, be Kotwal. This Nana blesses you. So, this is a kind of sarcastic dialogue in which Nana is trying to show to the audience that he is extremely a crooked person. He is a vile person. Then he is extremely cruel. This is another side of Nana Fadnavis. Nana Fadnavis is not a kind-hearted man. He is a cruel person, and he is a complete womanizer. He takes lots of women for his own pleasure, and he does not bother how to treat them. In fact, his cruelty is open when he makes Ghashiram's daughter pregnant without marrying her and just leaves her as a destitute. And then, unfortunately, Lalita Gauri dies during the childbirth, and Nana does not take any responsibility of this. He is busy in his own pleasures, no matter what has happened to the same woman who had given herself to him. So, this way, Nana Fadnavis is shown to be very cruel. And in the end of the drama also, we see Nana Fadnavis is very cruel person, because he has used Ghashiram Kotwal as a Ghashiram as a Kotwal of Pune, and he has tried to smoothen his own administration. But at the end, when people demand for Ghashiram's death sentence, Nana Fadnavis is extremely happy to do that. He is extremely happy to give order for the death sentence of Ghashiram Kotwal in most cruel ways. It is not just a direct death statement. He in fact says at the end of act number 2 when people are demanding for Ghashiram's arrest and uh, death sentence, there is Nana's dialogue. I will read that. Nana Sutradhar tells Nana Fadnavis that the Brahmins want an order to behead Ghashiram Kotwal. To this, Nana replies, "Oh shit, is that all? Bring my pen, you idiot, bring paper." Takes the instrument and writes, "Take this, take it, give it to them. This is the order for Ghashia's death. Give it to them. Tell them, tell them to be happy. Tell them to humiliate him all they want. Run." This is how Nana Fadnavis is extremely a cruel man. He has the policy of use and throw. He has used Ghashiram as a police officer, and when his role is over, he does not bother to even kill him, or not just it is direct killing, but he in fact says he should be humiliated publicly and then killed. So this is how Nana is making wrong use of his power. He is extremely a powerful man in the Peshwai Empire. He is a womanizer, married seventh time, without bothering about what happens to a young daughter of Ghashiram Kotwal, and he is cruel. So this is another example of how power can corrupt people. Throughout the historical times, even in the present times, we see a lot of people misusing their powers. When they get a powerful position, they think that it is their right to rule ruthlessly, to punish people, to use and throw them whenever their role is over. They think that it is their right. And Nana Fadnavis is also another example for this kind of political, what we can call a political tyrant, using his own power to manipulate people and use them and throw them whenever their use is over. So this is how even the character of Nana Fadnavis is shown to be a negative one by uh, Vijay Tendulkar. In fact, this is why he was criticized, because both the characters which are shown in negative light are Brahmins in the play. That is how he was blamed for his anti-Brahminical views. So this is the character analysis of Nana Fadnavis. In the next lecture, we will look at the remaining characters which are not so important, but yes, they are important as the element of the drama. Lalita Gauri, Sutradhar, Gulabi and the human wall. So we will discuss them in the next lecture. Thank you so much.